Peace, 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 peace. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. Jambo. Ashe. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I do Shabbat on different days, but lately I've been trying to, according to the moon, but lately I've been doing my Shabbat on Saturday. And I wanted to, and I'm going to, do some edification today on Shabbat. I want to play a recording of a particular person who has really been slandering me. Now, family, don't panic. This is high vibrational, but it's edifying. It's coming from that man's mouth. He's going to be talking about me, saying good things about me, telling the truth about me. This is a brother who had, for a while, when I befriended him due to a debate league, and he says he's a Torah teacher. He was begging me to marry him, begging me, but I told him no, we're just friends. He accepted that finally, but once I decided to not marry him or any Hebrew and marry a non-Hebrew Israelite, he started to lie on me. And the book of Susana is very similar to what I'm dealing with. No, I'm not saying, oh, I'm this wonderful, beautiful, godly, best thing since ice cubes. I'm not saying that. But in the book, you will see this woman rejects the sexual advances of two men who claim to be priests of Israel. And when she rejects their advances, they start calling her a whore, saying that she wants to be with them, and she almost and the congregation believes them, and she's supposed to be stoned to death. But one man stepped up and spoke up for her, and he was in the story. It's Daniel, and Daniel put those two men on trial, found out they were lying, and those two men, according to Deuteronomy 19, received what they wanted the woman Susana to receive. So I'm going to play a recording. Peace, Professor X, my brother Zane 365, and everyone who's listening. I'm going to play a recording of this man telling the truth about me. And then, I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm not going to play the actual video from his channel because I don't want to get flagged, but I will be playing the audio. Because right now he's actually live talking about me, calling me all kinds of horrors and pass arounds. But, I'm not fazed by that. I really am so getting to a point where I will turn everything that they do negatively or negative toward me, I'll turn it into gold. So without further ado, I'm going to play Judah Naz from his own mouth speaking about me. This is going to be about 30 minutes, but I really want you to listen to this, everyone. Okay, so here we go. Please put a 1 in the chat and let me know that you can hear it. Well,
when it comes to like shit like that, stuff like that, you have to like stand up. So he was like, what? I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite. He was like, what Israelite is?
Oh, send possible. Peace, Queen. I'm glad you're here because you're going to be able to hear Judah Naz telling the truth about me before he got upset. And he apologized. He did this before, called me all kinds of whores, apologized. We were trying to help him, get his information out. He went back to talking about me again. So I want you to hear this. Everyone who's been following these lies, here he is talking about me.
I'm going to stand up and condemn.
So everyone can hear it. Great. Thank you, Hudat, for putting that 1 in the chat. Thank you, Child of Light.
The folly. Now, I'm not going to make any attacks because it's Shabbat. It's like, what? I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite. He was like, what Israelite is going to stand up and condemn the folly? Now, I'm not going to make any attacks.
He's talking about Sunnetter saying, Which one of you Israelites are going to tell the truth? Like, why are you all lying on NAPAH? And you know that she's not a pass around, because I've spoken to so many Hebrew brothers one-on-one. Judah Naz never acted like a harlot, never sent him pictures, never talked about sex, never ever wanted to marry him, never flirted with him. Okay? JJ, I have shown the video. It's on Sonetter's House of Consciousness. It's JJ, the drunk Hebrew. I will later on get the link and share it in this chat. I showed proof of receipts of everything that I talked about JJ. Never was a pass around. Priest Danya Allah, Guerrilla Hebrew, Mighty Hebrew, all of these Israelite brothers have spoken to me one-on-one before I met Sonetter. They know I've never sent naked pictures to them. I've never spoken about sex, nothing, no flirting, no giggling over any sexual. We never talk like that. But let's hear Judah talk about it.
Because it's Shabbat. But there is a certain group, I'm not sure if they're physically Israelite. Well, I know some are, but I'm not sure if the leader's an Israelite. He's kind of like moves kind of like a different nation. I always should put other people that are not Israelites in. It's like, whatever. It's kind of weird, like, if you like, whatever, hey, right? So I ain't gonna make this real long. A lot of y'all, especially in Torah nights, we know NAPAH. NAPAH's been over here kicking it, like hanging out, teaching, debating, doing all that. And you also know her from SVDL. And I'm seeing stuff on the internet like calling her a pass around. Now, I want to say this real quick. Now, my wife knows NAPAH. I just want to say this. The reason why NAPAH is not a pass around is this. NAPAH didn't grow up being a hood booger. She didn't grow up like that. Right? So she grew up kind of like, a nice household, a nice family. And she had her father in her life. Right? And it's important when women's fathers in their life, they instill values in them. They don't have to go out and look for daddy with men in the street. Don't get me wrong, there are women that do that, but she's not like that, right? She's no matter what you say, you can call her whatever you want to call her. You can't call her ghetto. You can't. All right, would you call? Does Paul add ghetto to you? We can't hear you.
No, she doesn't.
All right. All right. My wife's sitting right here. NAPAH is not ghetto. She's not just gonna just lay with the people, right? She's just not.
Let me pause this for a second. By the way, when people say, well, what about your photos, all these guys? No, I was with one person engaged to Solar Mine, betrothed. He was going to marry me. We were going to be married. Imam Bashir was going to officiate it. I made a mistake thinking that first off, I was going to marry him. I didn't. I made a mistake. My father had passed away a week before I met Solar. Within 3 months, he was asking me, please let's meet, baby. I love you. I said, no, I got to make sure that this is going to be correct. If I meet you, I have been celibate for so long. I'm not going to even be doing anything because it'll lead to sex. And I want to make sure that we're going to get married. So he said, baby, will you just then send me something? I miss you. I love you. Nothing's wrong with people doing that if they're not just destructive, evil men. Okay, so I made a mistake with Solar Mind. Solar Mind is the one who did that. Everybody can come and say, because women, I don't know what women are doing in their lives, but a couple women on the internet, and said possible, who I'm talking about, saying, why don't you just fess up? I did it. We all did it. No, I didn't do it like her. Sorry. I loved her and accepted her for what she did. I knew what she was, and I didn't judge her. But I'll tell you, I have proof. I did not do that. I was talking to one man. He sent it out he gave it to Taharka. You can go to Taharka's stream when he's on their Solar. Taharka says, oh, she can't twerk. That's not twerking. So that's proof he gave my stuff to Taharka. Right there on that channel. You can see him saying that. I'm not going to keep going on and on with this, but I'm going to show this proof for edification. Yes, family, I'm doing it because this is Shabbat. And Judah's sitting over there breaking one of the top commandments. He is bearing false witness, talking about he doesn't want to say the curse words or the N word. He is bearing false witness. That's a sin punishable by death according to Torah. Okay? I'm just showing you these people. Come out of that. If you want to be edified as a Hebrew Israelite or learn Torah, that's the wrong place. Let me finish letting you hear. Thine own tongue, thine own lips, thine own mouth condemneth thee, Judah Nas, according to Job. I'm going to play this.
Now, and the reason why I'm saying that is because anybody that deals with women, my wife is like this. My wife was never just laying around with a bunch of dudes or like whatever. Like her father was in her life. So was Shakira. You know, I and Nepal and like certain other sisters, they are like these women that were like kind of like they didn't really get a chance to really get out there and get around.
Oh, I'm not reading the chat, but yeah, sis, I saw what you said. I'm not going to really be in the chat too much. See, that's his take on it, sis. Like, what does he mean, not ghetto? There's a lot of very decent women who come from the ghetto who are not being loose. But see, that's his mindset. But my thing that I'm showing you, he knows that I wasn't being whorish. I never acted whorish. He saw how I moved. His wife even saw how I moved. He knew that I was betrothed to Solar Mind. He knew what Solar did to me. He did. Because when I broke up with Solar, Solar told me right away, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to send this out. I'm going to do this and that to you. He threatened me. And I told I and Judah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play. But yeah, that's not me saying that stuff. That's his thing. See, this is what he thinks about women from the ghetto. You got to listen to that too. But anyway, let me play this some more.
So they don't know that lifestyle of getting around that wasn't about to happen, bringing shame on their family. Now look, I'm saying this too. Now I'm gonna say Napah's smart. She's very smart, very intelligent. If you say that, well, you know, Napah will like, yeah, when I say this, I don't mean this in like in a negative way. I mean, it's like she's smart. There are women out there that are like, you know what? I know y'all dudes like me. You know, not me. I'm talking about her. I'm saying like as a woman. I'm not a woman, but you know, I'm not speaking as a woman. Okay, I know you guys out there, you like me. You know that I'm smart. You know I carry myself with class. You know, right? And cool. I'll let you sweat me and you know lust after me or whatever. But you're not gonna get any. It's just that's how Napah like rolls. And there's other women like that too. So it's not just you know just only Napah. But Napah is one of those chicks. And people who know Napah, y'all know that she's not gonna just lay down or just kick it with just every ton Richard and Harry. Especially if you're like a lowbrow, you know, bottom feeder type dude. She's not gonna do it. So to even, you know, whatever, right? And I'm bearing witness of this. Like she's not like that. There are other women. There are women that I don't even like as individuals. That they don't do that either. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about, but, you know, right? I'm not gonna give, you know, I'm not gonna give one of them no credit because, you know, but she herself too had grew up in the pretty well-to-do. I don't mean financially because when I say broke and all that, I'm not always talking about money. She grew up in a pretty decent family and she's not gonna get out getting around or whatever. As far as like going out just laying down with just I don't. In my opinion, I don't know for sure. She may have been, but they're not talking about that woman. Forget her. Napah's not going to kick it with, you know, ordinary Jones, and you're not going to like pass her around. She's not going to do that. And I'll tell you why. When you do that to a woman, she is giving up her power. Napah thinks in terms of like a boss. She right. You have to admit, like Napah, but she's always strategic. She's
now right there, 100% correct. See, it's not about, oh, I think I'm better than everybody because I don't have sex. I love sex. I'm a woman. I'm a sensual being, but I know I'm not giving myself up to any guy. I'm not going to do that. And that doesn't make a woman a dirt bag. She's making a mistake. And yeah, I've said some things on the internet because I've been attacked. But really, when sisters don't value themselves, I don't look at them. I've proven it. I'll love a sister. I don't look down on her. But when she starts coming at me, trying to call me what she's being, then I'm going to go toe to toe and get low vibrational. But really, I don't look down on a sister when she's giving her power away. I tell her, no, sis, that's your treasure. That's your power. Don't give these men your power. So you don't give your sex away. I was taught that. If you're old school, you were taught that. You value yourself, and don't let any man tell you just because you're not a virgin, how are you going to hold it back from me and you're not a virgin? Because I've heard some stuff like that in the manosphere, like, how dare a woman tell me to wait when she's already has 3 kids? No, yes, she can tell you to wait. That's her body. That's a treasure. Okay, so anyway, I'm not looking in the chat, but he's right about that. All that stuff that he's saying about she's not ghetto, what does that mean? No, I know I'm not giving myself away to just anybody. And that includes my sexual energy over the phone. I'm not just talking about laying down, touching in his presence. I'm not just going to be giving my power away to just anybody. So I just want to just pause it and say he's right about that part.
You're not gonna get it, because then you can use that against her. The way she thinks, she always is thinking in a cookie from cookie from Empire. That's Nepal. Right? You're not. Ordinary Jones is not gonna get that because she's not gonna deal with him. She'll let you you can buy her dinner, you can buy her clothes, you can buy her shoes, whatever. You're not gonna get any. She's gonna be like, okay, brother, I'm gonna go home and go to sleep, and you're gonna be going to bed.
So this is a man who knew, y'all. I've admitted, he's admitted, his wife. We talked all the time about Torah. This is a man telling you. And all of them will say this, all of these brothers. JJ won't, because he's a liar. He's a woman beater. And how dare they sit over there trying to say he's not? That woman has papers on him. JJ has a whole house arrest bracelet. He's up on some serious charges. That man tried to kill that woman. He crushed her trachea. Shame on those people saying, oh, this, that. But I had no problem with JJ. But once JJ had a problem with me, with being with Sonetter, he started calling me what everybody's calling me. Hey, y'all, I'm no baby bird, and I'm not an innocent little spring chicken. But we're hearing this man, he's bearing witness for me. Thank you. This is the book of Susana. He's bearing witness for me from his own mouth. This is the man who's sitting on his channel calling me a harlot and a pass around right now because he's hurt. Let me finish letting him bear witness before he got really hurt and started lying. The more people listen to him, he's like a little child. A kid that keeps telling fantastical stories, and then people listen, and the kid keeps telling more stories and more stories because he's getting attention. That's what's going over there on that channel.
Hard stick and disappointed mind. But right? Yeah. I'm trying to keep it clean because I ain't trying to be, I ain't trying to be like Shah Shabbat. Mine's over. I ain't trying to be all like that. All right? Napah is smart. You're not going to be little Ray and think you're just going to knock it off. I'm trying to put that, you know what I mean? Knock it off, quote unquote, you know what I mean? And be over like, yeah, I was doing this and you don't let me look at that, blah, blah, blah. And no, you're not going to, she don't think that's not the way she moves. She moves in you dudes are not getting power over me. That's power. That's why in the Torah it says when a man gets the woman, he humbles her.
Facts.
She is humbled. You have power over her. Napah is not going to deal with ordinary Jones. So she's not going to just go around. Everybody ain't alpha male. Everybody ain't or whatever. She's not going to do it. And she's not the only one. Like, there's other women out there who are not, they're not going to be just sitting with like, okay, I'll give you an example, right? Okay, we know two people that NAPAH kicked it with specifically. We know Natzarah and Brother Solomon. Both of those men are both men of power and influence. Oh, well, no, they're not. Yes, they are. Solomon.
You hear him bearing witness, more truth in the name of Yahweh Echad, because I'm talking to the Israelites, okay? He's bearing witness. Now he's bearing false witness today. This was done before we told him, no, we're not gonna bring you over to this channel because you're unstable. He was over there getting drunk, accusing me of being jealous of his new wife, a woman that he was talking to on the internet, the woman that he talks to, Shalomi. But now I'm a concubine. But you had a sister who was going to play second fiddle to your wife, who was Japanese. But you're saying you follow Torah. No, brother. Mm-mm.
There's a whole debate league with brothers and sisters up under him that, that he's providing a service for. Right? So they're the same thing. Now, the positive do. Okay, all right. Do women like men with power? Yes or no?
Yes.
My wife will tell you. My wife, say it again. One more time. She up here. My cat's going crazy. I'm gonna throw water on his ass. I'm something on his butt. Sorry. Do women like men with power?
Yes.
Primarily.
Yes.
Okay. Are you related to Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But not the Jesus guy that was on your channel.
Right. Not Brian. Yeah. Let's be nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not Jesus that plays with microphones. We can be clear. Yeah, the no banana Jesus. Listen, brown banana Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So, Satora, Devion, Yakim, for Black righteousness, right? Like, there are women that are like, deal with like the lowbrow geek squad and be like content, because that's like what, but NAPAH knows she's been in situations that are like require like class and like integrity and dignity or whatever, and like, that's how she moves. So I'm bearing witness that NAPAH's not a pass around. Little Ray Ray and Pookie are not going.
Let's go back on that.
Not gonna. And that's how she moves. So I'm bearing witness that NAPAH's not a pass around. Little Ray Ray and Pookie are not going to get that. It's not gonna, unless y'all roofie her. She moves. So I'm bearing witness that NAPAH's not a pass around. Little Ray Ray and Pookie are not going to get that. It's not gonna, unless y'all roofie her or something, or tie her up or some crazy mess. You need to take it. But as like willingly, NAPAH's looking at you like, nah, bro. It ain't even by financial. It's just intellectual, like, status, right? Status isn't always financial. Status is like intellect. It's influence. It's this. It's that. Whatever. So I just want to bear a record that for my question said, she said, I am a woman, and if someone is lying on me, I would defend myself. Has she defended herself, Judah? Yeah. She always defends herself.
Did you hear what he said?
I'm not like over here.
You see?
Yeah.
Listen.
She goes,
See how he stopped himself? Because he was being cool with me. See, that's when he was being honest. He was about to even say, she always says, this man has known me since 2019. He said, she's always said, but he stopped. I admitted, I'm not trying to play like a baby. Look, the stuff you guys are looking at on the internet, it's illegal. I didn't send that out to a bunch of dudes. Solar Mind did that, period. Yes, he did. Now, you heard him say, because he was about to say, she always says, I've only sent it to because it's true. 3 years already I've known him. And since 2019, Solar was talking crazy about that. Well, no, that's not true. 2020, Solar, I broke up with Solar in 2020, like February. And he was like, I'm sending all this out. You know, he was mad because it was already a bad situation because of the league. And I was whipping all those men over there. Sisters, I was whipping their butts. I didn't win the championship because they hated me just like they hate me now. They hated me, sisters. They hated me because I was coming with the information. They hated me because I could stand toe to toe. Whether I'll lose a debate or not, I could stand toe to toe. And there was another sister in the debate league. She dropped out because they were so hard on women. Now there are a lot of women over there at that SBDL, and that's great. But I'm going to say it. I broke the mold for those sisters. And all I get is, oh, you're a whore. Like, come on. These guys treated me like trash over there, and I stood toe to toe. It's all about me and my debating. No one has ever seen me act like a whore. All this stuff they're putting out there, look good. You know, I'm a grown woman. You understand? I don't even, like I said, I'm going to go back to sisters. If a woman wants to do that, she can do her. But when you lie on a person, a person has a right to come out and say, I'm showing proof. Where's your proof? And showing my private pictures and selling them is nowhere near proof. That's illegal. Okay? And they're like, oh, she's over there acting all holy. I've never acted all holy. You see what I teach? I've always said to the sisters in the Hebrew community, stop being the Hebrew Hope Patrol. Stop telling sisters about their cleavage and, oh, they're not righteous and sister put on this. I hate that. Stop it. You don't walk around trying to tell sisters, oh, you're being a whore. Why don't you worry about yourself? That's what I've always done. So all this stuff about we're going to expose her and show that she's trying to teach. I sure am going to teach I'm teaching the truth about the Bible. I'm showing the esoteric. I'm showing the name Eve is the same as the name Yahweh. They hate me for that. That's the real problem. Okay? Because as you see, this guy right here, he's mad that I'm breaking the truth open about the Bible. Let me finish. Let me let you finish. Or let me say, let him finish.
Always defends herself. Always. I'm not over here like talking for her. Listen, there's other people y'all are not privy to that are like making videos talking crazy. They're saying that Susana has AIDS and that NAPAH is
Oh, wow. It's impossible. So you remember that, huh? So you saw the league. You watched. So you saw me in the league. Okay. That's awesome. Because did you hear anybody calling me a whore then? No. I mean, Lex Vortex, because he was just he just was so hateful. He hates women. So does Judah Naz, though. But yeah, I was over there. What they would say, sis, is I'm a witch. I'm a man. They would call me a man, a transsexual. They would say I'm a transsexual, a witch, and a Jezebel. That's what they did. Yes, I'm so glad. All praises to the Almighty power. You call the Most High what you want to call the Most High. Okay, but I'm just saying yes. So more proof. So let me let him finish.
Pass around. These are people who are not. They're Israel. There's other people y'all are not privy to that are like making videos talking crazy. They're saying that Susana has AIDS and that NAPAH is a pass around. These are people who are not. They're Israelites, but they don't identify as Israelites. They're like in what we call the dirty sector of YouTube. And they're just over here just like, oh, NAPAH's doing this, whatever. And I'm like, damn, man, like, I don't want to get into the dirty sector.
And you know why, sis?
Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Sis, okay, exactly. I have to pause it. Because you know why? Because Sonetter is with Solar. Every time I go to say Solar, I say Sonetter. That's crazy. Solar was still with me. We were still engaged. I was betrothed. So do the math. The pictures weren't out there. You see? The pictures weren't out there. That's why. Now all of a sudden, come on, the intelligence level of our people is too high. All of a sudden, now that I'm not cool with solar, every Hebrew Israelite man is sending my pictures to Harka Bay and out. Like, all of a sudden there's this whole group of just all these men. Oh, I'm going to send a picture out to every. No, it's one person, obviously. But anyway, and you know, people might say, well, you were trying to say it's one person. Like, what if it was 5 people? That wouldn't make me a whore. If it was 10 people, it would be my business. So I'm not, any sister out there, please do not think that I'm calling you a slut or a whore for doing that, because you're not. You're a grown woman. And if you send something privately, it's supposed to stay private. That is illegal, and not just illegal, that's so deplorable. That makes sense. I didn't know back then. But also, that's another thing. I mean, I don't want to get into the thing about, you know, how I start getting a weird vibe about solar, you know, like the kid thing. But, you know, it makes sense. That kind of guy would do something like that. You know?
I'm like, but I feel bad because I know Napah, and I'm like, well, she's not like that. Right? And the brothers who know her, y'all know she's not like that. You ain't never seen her in no now Napah's a woman, you know, women do what women do. They move how they move. We don't understand that. And I mean that in like in my opinion, I'm like, Napah's an alpha female. Yeah, you know, she's an alpha female, and she's just gonna just do what women do. Women do some stuff that men don't understand. She's a woman. I get it. I ain't trying to really understand it. My wife does things. I'm just like, that's probably just a woman thing. I don't know, but I ain't gonna make this all long. Like, yo, I just want to bear witness, you know, as an Israelite, stand up for the truth, that there are good women out there. None of us are righteous, and you know, our righteousness is this filthy rags. You know what I'm saying? But like, some of us are inclined to try to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? Here comes Yakim. Yakim, if being a Muslim, one can say the same thing about gold diggers. They are attractive members of the opposite sex that possess money, power, assets, and fame. Okay, but you can say that. Okay, yeah, but. Okay, who is? Okay, well, okay. Let's go with that, Yakim. Let's say, okay, let's go with that. I'm not gonna say names because it's a Shabbat, and I'm not gonna like badmouth anybody. Okay, but let's think back. Let's just think. When do y'all know of any women that deal with? You know what? I'm gonna do this. I have I here. I. You're Japanese, right?
Yes.
I'm a so-called Negro, yes?
Yes.
Of considerable influence, yes?
Yes.
Not only just in, you know, people know me everywhere, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Would you consider ever being with little Ray Ray? Just the average do-rag wearing Negro that's like,
No.
Why not?
Well, I don't respect people like that.
Okay.
To be a part.
Okay.
Do you see, let me just say real quick, I'm going to read your comment. It's also clear to see, says, but low vibrational people will just follow who they feel. They don't know how to follow truth. They have blinders on. That's true. And you know what? What I want to do, like for people like you, and I see No Saint, Peace. I see my brother Tony Chiba, Moed Katan. I'm not scrolling back up, but everyone here, if you want to hear the truth, I give it to the people. I give it to all of you. And then, I mean, this is still not low. I'm trying to, and you're right, sis. That's why I'm trying to be very careful. This is still edifying because truth is always edifying. And you need to know, you want to know. Everybody wants to know the truth. If I'm up here being a content creator and an influencer, as far as what Judah calls himself, then you still want to know the truth. I'm doing this. It's fitting for Shabbat. The Spirit moved me. I'm really letting people know because these people call themselves Hebrews. This is the main reason why I said, no, I'm breaking away. I'm not giving up my faith. I'm not giving up my Bible study. I'm still me, but I'm breaking away. And then I met Sonetta, and he's wonderful to me. Yeah, and nobody's perfect, but we clicked. And that really made them even angrier, this type of men like Judah. So I was going to tell y'all something. Oh, you notice how he just said, he keeps asking his wife. This woman used to be a nice Japanese lady. And I mean this. She used to be, peace, my love, peace to my twin Dewana, peace says. His wife used to be a nice Japanese lady. She used to not really get involved. The more he drags her in, he makes her very disrespectful toward Black people. Like he has her over there talking on matters that she shouldn't speak on, asking her would she be with Pookie or Ray Ray. That's out of order, family. Now, does she have the right to speak on whoever she wants, no matter what race or ethnicity the person is? Of course she does. But he's doing it in the context of degrading certain types of Black males. And he's forcing her to do that. I've seen how he functions with her. I'm not going to get low vibrational, but he shouldn't be bringing this lady in, asking her such questions. I wanted to point that out for you, family. Keep your antennas up, or your antennae up. But really, just, I never had an issue with her. I love her. Their children are very sweet. And anyway, I just wanted to point that out. It's very sad. Anyway, what is you saying? Well, let me see. Before I go out of the chat, let me see what Dewana's saying. Right. Why does he always ask her? Like, we're supposed to believe it because she says, I know. Right? And even if she wasn't Japanese, like, bro, stop asking her such questions. Ask her things of edification. He never asked her, do you know this thing in the Torah? Go to this chapter. Like, a lot of Hebrew Israelite men do actually do with their wives, a lot of Christian men, a lot of Muslim men. But it's sad how he drags her into slander and gossip. Peace, Tony. No Saint says facts, Napah. She is being dragged. Let me see. She is being dragged into that loaded question. And now she's starting to act like it, though. She's like getting like him. Like she was in a chat talking about Judah has some fire for Napah and Sonetta or something like that. Like she's changed. And it's just disconcerting, disheartening, and it's too bad for her. Anyway, that's all I want to say about her, though. Right? Says she needs to stay her ass in her own lane before she wrecks herself. See? Exactly. And you got to look at him, how he's always like, oh, I love this, and I love that, and I love this. No, you don't. Because the proof is in how you act. The proof is in how you treat sisters. Like, I don't care. Yeah, we know he's attracted to melaninated African rooted Israelite women. We know he's attracted, but couldn't even a man of like a Japanese man or a white man, couldn't he say the same thing? I'm attracted to them physically, but you can see, I've met a lot of people in my life, male and female. They're attracted to my people, but they really move in a different way. Even though he is obviously a Black man, he's a self-hater. So I just want to point that out. Hello, brother, LLPRSZ. Anyway, I'm not looking to chat anymore, family, so forgive me if I don't respond. I'm just going to play the rest of this. It's almost over.
So, but you're not looking for money and all that. Money and money and power and assets and fame. Did I have any of that when you met me?
No.
Oh, wait.
Say it again.
I missed the
Money
part.
and all that. Money
Hold
and
on.
consider ever being with.
I think he's going to ask his wife if she's a gold digger, and she's going to say yes. What?
Little Ray Ray. Just the average do-rag wearing Negro that's like,
No.
why not?
Average do-rag wearing Negro, really? What? I mean, do you have to be a rocket scientist to not know? You don't. If you're in a mixed marriage, an interracial marriage, you just don't say things like that. And then he doesn't say things about her people. Like, you don't bring, like, she shouldn't bring him in to put down her people, and he doesn't bring her in to put down his people, but not him, because he's a self-hater and he hates his people.
Well, I don't respect people like that
Okay.
to be a partner.
Okay. So, but you're not looking for money and all that. Money and what is it? Money and power and assets and fame. Did I have any of that when you met me?
None.
Say it again. None. So you're not a gold digger.
I kind of thought I was, but I guess I wasn't.
Well, explain. Why did you think that you were a gold digger?
Well, because I thought I would, because my father is a police officer.
Okay.
So he's somebody in a position.
Okay. Status.
Yes, status. So I thought that is important.
That's not a gold digger. Gold diggers are like women who like go for men only specifically for this, whether they love the man or not.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that.
Okay. Hold on. Get out, cat. Get your ass out. Out. You're taking too long. Monday. Actually, it's Saturday night. All right. Right?
Yeah, I never cared about that.
Okay. So Yakim does have a point. But there are, for the same argument, you can say the same thing. Brother Z right here, right? Show up, Brother Tora said, show the cat on the next live stream, Judy. He wants to see this. Man, that cat needs a female, like, to go hang out with, because he's just making too much racket around here. He's cat calling every day, all day. Yeah, it's frustrating. Isaiah said, Brother Z said, yeah, I get it. She's selective, just like most women would think. Thank you. Listen, Sister Mackenzie, you know, ever seen Sister Mackenzie, Sister Mac, Z's girl?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, she be on the show. Let me see if she's on here. I think Mac's on here. Sister Mac. She's right. Bear with me. Hold on. So, just show my wife. Here she is, right here. This is Z's girl right here.
Okay.
Right? You think, does it look like Sister Mac is going to kick it with little Ray Ray?
No.
Right? She's with Z. Z's like, Z comes from like, he's.
Okay, see, let me tell you what just happened, family. Sister Mackenzie is she's a Caucasian woman. He put her picture up on the Summer Jam on the screen, like how I have Sam Possible up. You heard his wife laugh. Why would they? I'm telling you, like, come on. What does that have to do with anything? He says, do you see what she looks like? Does she look like she'd kick it with little Ray Ray? That's racist. That's racist. And he's making it like, see this lovely Caucasian lady? You think she would be with a little Ray Ray ghetto black guy? Come on, why? And he's talking about me and Sarnetter. That just infuriates me how he's such a hypocrite. And again, that woman that he put up on the screen, she probably didn't even want him to do that. And I'm not caping for any of these women because they're all responsible because they sit over there and anything he said, he's like their God. He says he's their Messiah. He says it. That's why he asked his wife, am I Jesus? And his wife said, yes. He's their Messiah. Onias III. He's their Messiah. So anything he does, they just sit there and say, oh, good job. So, yeah, he put her face up there and talking about, does she look like she'd kick it with little Ray Ray? And his wife giggles. Like, how is that funny that your husband's implying that a woman who's attractive and Caucasian would look down on a black man who comes from the ghetto? No, I get it, the whole stereotype, but that is not, they're out of their lane with that one. Let me check. Yeah, let me go back and let you hear that again. Because Sister Mackenzie she's a pretty, I think she's a white lady. She says she is. CB420 says she's Sicilian. But let me just let you hear this.
Right? You think, does it look like Sister Mac is going to kick it with little Ray Ray?
No.
Right? She's with Z. Z's like, Z comes from like, he's very, very humble, good looking guy, hardworking. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone respects him. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm trying to wonder, okay, first off, he puts down the Sister Cynthia G. He calls her all kinds of disgusting names and all the women over there. That's their term, Pookie and Ray Ray, number one. And they're in their lane saying so, number one. Number two, Ray Ray, he's Ray Ray. He's sitting up, living off that woman, just teaching English, living off her and her family. So how are you talking about Pookie and Ray Ray, bro? You're Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm not trying to go low vibrational, but I'm just talking facts. Like, how are you dissing brothers who are in the hood when you came from the hood and you still are moving like a Ray Ray? If you weren't, you'd be over here balling in America, and your wife would be an American citizen by getting a green card, but you can't. You're in Japan, married under the Japanese, I don't know what you're doing, how they did it. I don't really care. You're the one concerned about my marriage. But I'm just saying, I'm still telling the truth. I'm not slamming anybody. I'm making a point that he's talking about black men who are in the ghetto, calling them Pookie and Ray Ray, with his Japanese wife. Inappropriate.
Sister Mac is not going to kick it with Pookie. Because Pookie, come on, cat, man, get out of here, man. You're doing too much. This cat be here patrolling the room like it's a girl cat in here. Like, get out of here. Right? Sister Mackenzie's not going to kick it with little Ray Ray. Okay? It's just not going to happen. Ladarius, she's not going to kick it with Ladarius. No matter how big.
Notice, again, Ladarius. But don't they have Japanese names? Like, why are you making fun of black people's names? Self-hater.
His gold teeth is an Escalade. It's not going to happen. All right? Kim said,
wait a minute.
Gonna kick it with Ladarius. No matter how big his gold teeth is an Escalade. It's not going to happen.
Wait a minute. An Escalade and gold teeth? That's not a bum then. What are you... I'm telling you, here's the proof. I wasn't even going to show this. I forgot this was on here. I was just, wow. So even though the brother has an Escalade and some gold, so he must have some money, you're making fun of him at the expense of your people that you say you love so much. You're trying to make your Japanese wife giggle at your racism and make people feel like your people from the hood, where you came from, are not worthy of women who are not even black. Check.
All right. Kim said, there's a whole community of groupies that are only attracted to the leading men, the alpha man of the group. He always got the most attention from the women. Does that make those women honorable? No. I mean, no. Right? Okay, there is a community. We're not denying that, Yakim, that exists, but we're saying that these particular women are not like that. NAPAH's not like that. Sister Mac is not like that. As far as I can tell, Kiana's not like that. I is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a whole bunch of other women that are just not, they're just not like that. But there are women that are. Little Ray Ray gonna get choked. Yeah, he is. Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
I would choose real facts. Let me talk to you about me. Because Sonetter's from the hood. I would choose a Ray, a Ladarius, a Pookie over any one of these men over there on tour nights in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. In fact, I'd go stand by the the jail release where they clink to those metal gates open. I'd wait right there with my car with a nice change of clothes and a nice lunch for Pookie before I hooked up with any of those hypocritical drones over there at tour nights. Okay? Because I hate to break the news to him. He can talk about Pookie and Ray all he wants. I know brothers in the hood. They would never behave like these men. They would never treat women. I don't care, black, white, yellow. JJ tried to kill a white lady. He crushed her trachea. She showed the arrest paperwork. She went into detail. She showed her neck. She showed everything. You know what Judah Naz did today, y'all? Sat over there and said that woman's crazy and a liar because JJ said so. JJ told these people that this woman broke his eye socket. She's half his size. But you're talking about Pookie and Ray? Yeah, there's some Pookie and Rays that will choke somebody out, but not typically, not compared to the Torah Nights and all these psycho predatory sex offending weirdos on the internet that call themselves Bible believers and conscious about Black Power brothers. You know, exactly, for real. Peace, everybody. Let me finish playing this. Yeah, he's getting on my nerves with this. Even the sisters, let me double down. Even the sisters, if they had to, who coined the phrase Dusties, Pookie Ray, Mammies, they would choose a cleanup Pookie or Ray before they choose one of those guys over there.
And that right there. So I just want to say, for all you sisters out there that walk around with dignity, don't be pressured into kicking it with Pookie, a little Ray. Okay? You don't have to kick it with, Ladarius, Pookie, or little Ray. As a matter of fact, I advise you to avoid them. Okay? There are brothers out there that are honestly, you can be ordinary Joe Jones, ordinary Jones, just, 9 to 5, don't really know nobody. And if a woman is like, you know what I'm saying? I like him. He sits at home, he ain't out in the streets doing whatever, I'm kicking with him. Kudos to that brother. The brother, blessings for him. I'm saying, you can't go around calling women pass-arounds and all this other crazy stuff when they're not even, they don't even move like that.
Uh-oh.
You can't go around calling women pass-arounds and all this other crazy stuff when they're not even, don't even move like that. You can't go around calling women pass-arounds and all this other crazy stuff when they're not even, don't even move like that. Divya said, nah, Keena's not going after little Ray. Oh, you can tell she's not. First off, when I heard she does poetry, I'm like, okay, this is a refined sister who has their family intact.
He's so ignorant, family. What are you talking about, Judah? What do you mean you heard they do poetry, so they're refined? Do you know what spoken word is? Some of the best poetry comes from the adversity that takes place in hard knock life. Okay? So does this even make... Anyway, wow. So if somebody likes poetry, they must not be from the ghetto. What? The deeper the cut, the more pain, the more beautiful the words to come out into the paper or just off the tongue. That's why rap is so strong in the hood and not just, and I'm not just saying, guess what? I'm not just, first and foremost, don't play. It's Black people first. I'm not giving anything away that belongs first and foremost. Then other cultures came in and they started doing it as well. There are white rappers who are phenomenal. There are Hispanic rappers who are phenomenal. There are Asian. Oh my gosh, there's a Korean. I mean, there's a Japanese rap group. I don't know what they're saying, but they're fire. Okay. So my point is, how are you going to say because she likes poetry, she would never like somebody from the hood? It's exactly the opposite. He doesn't like his people. He's a self-hater.
Her dad there, as Devian was telling us. So like, now again, I get it. A lot of sisters don't have, or women too in general, don't have their dads around. But if you do have your dad around, you're most likely, at some point, you're most likely going to be a woman that's going to have some dignity. You're going to walk around not proud. Okay, let me tell you, there's a lot of truth to that. A lot of truth that when you have your father there, you know, you have a little bit more of self-respect because you had a male who valued you growing up. But that doesn't mean that if your father wasn't there, you didn't have a male that valued you when you're growing up. See, I'm going to say this again. See, we have to show, we're going to talk about the reality. Yes, of course, a father is the first ideal male in a young woman's life, a young girl's life, that instills that self-worth as far as male relationship. But then she could have had an uncle, a grandfather, a family friend who was always there, a male one who supported her, told her, you're valuable. You're a princess. You get the best right now. So that's what makes a woman feel more like, hey, no, I'm special. Because when you get in the world as a woman, men want you. They want you. That's the main, you know, I'm talking about heterosexual men. They want that prize. They want the woman. And we, you know, when we get a husband, we think of him as a prize. So it's the same, it's balanced. But my point is, men want you. And if you don't know your worth, you sell yourself short. We've all done that one time in our lives. I'm not just talking about laying down sexually. Like me making a mistake with Solar. I sold myself short. I was vulnerable. You know, I had just lost my dad. It was a lot of trauma for me. So my point is, yes, there's truth that if the father is present, it's ideal. And he's a good father. He has to be a good father. And he ideally, you know, he treats the young woman well. He instills value in her. He tells her, no, nobody better bother you. They better come through me first. You're the most beautiful thing that ever was created. You understand? So then when she grows up, that's in her mind. But that can be done with uncles, even if the teacher is very present. It depends. It has to be somebody typically that's in the home often. But you know what I'm saying? Just as long as it's a male figure. So what my point is, there are a lot of young women, beautiful sisters who didn't have their dad, their biological dad. Again, also, maybe not even a stepdad, but as long as they got that male reinforcement and that male relationship to instill value. And the same thing goes with men. But I just wanted to pause that and speak on that. So that's not untrue, but this is his take on why I'm not selling that's not for me. I already said it's because I was raised more from my mom. My mom told me, and my dad, of course, my dad reinforced it, but my mom was always like the really detail, like, if anybody, don't let anybody touch you. If he touches you, he's going to have sex with you. You won't be. My mom used to really get deep. She used to be raw. She's like, nobody will want you after, if you have sex or you do anything, you know, nobody's going to want to marry you as a wife. But that's old school. Like, you don't really you shouldn't say that to your daughters today. But what you do tell your daughter or a young woman is, or even a friend, don't give it away like that. No, don't, you know, and if you feel weak at a moment, it's too bad that I wish I would have had a support like someone. Now that's why I went back and became a transition doula.
like a death doula, a grief counselor, because I really was like, it was so hard for me when my dad passed that I had to be like I had to say in denial. I was like, oh, my dad's still alive. Like I convinced myself that he was still alive just to cope with the grief. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk on that a little bit. Let me check the chat. Sam Possible says, listen, sis, what you and Solar had was between you both. You did nothing wrong. Thank you. You was together. What he did after that is not. Thank you. Bless you for saying that, because it's absolutely true. Thank you, sis. And that's for every sister out there that this happens to. Sisters out here all acting like I'm the first one, a grown woman, whoever agreed to send something to a man. Or even, like I said, I'm grown. I'll tell you what I didn't do. Just like the other sisters, even though she talks about me, lies on me, I stand by her on this. I'm going to stand with her, whether she likes me or not. Nobody had the right to send her pictures out without her consent, period. No one has the right to do that. That is disgusting. Let me see what peace. Yeah, it is old school, no state. He couldn't help but be hurt. So he wanted to hurt you by sending all of that mess out. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him too much, but he was hurt, and I'm, whatever, people could say what they want. I loved Solar. I didn't know him well enough, though. I ignored a lot of the signs, but not enough to bring him around my children. Check. And I'm saying this not like patting myself on the back. I'm talking about that poor woman, and I'm saying this out of empathy, not pity. That poor woman, when she said her child family, her child had to come in and try and save her life from a man she barely knew. I'm talking about this woman who was on Internet last night who clearly got choked. And he damn near admitted it. Well, he did admit it, actually, on his stream, JJ. He was like, she put her hands on me, and I'm not going to take that. So you're going to get back down. I'm standing my ground. What? He said, you better be glad I didn't have a gun. That's like, I would have shot you or something like that, to that effect. He admitted that he choked that woman out like that, to where her trachea was crushed. That's not self-defense, family. She's 5 feet tall, 140 pounds. And they want to say, this is what they do to us sisters, ladies, women. Oh, she's crazy. Even though she has the paperwork and the bruises and the court date, and even though you're wearing the house arrest ankle bracelet, she's crazy. Even though she's crazy. Sad. But guess who's supporting him? JJ 7th. No saint. No saint. Stop. Oh my God. Oh my. I needed this laugh, Lord. Thank you. Oh my God. That's what I'm going to tell Sonnetter. Sonnetter's going to start saying, no, I'm going to mean to, you know what? Come on. I had to get that. That's sad. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me stop. It's not really, when I see, then I got back to the reality of the sickness of it. But, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, so let me finish it up, family. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like, family, and share this if you want. I mean, I'm going to try to keep it up. On my channel, that's why I'm trying to be really careful with what I say. On my channel, I really want, when people come to my channel, I want it to be edifying. I want them to be like, wow, this is spiritual. This is edifying. But this is truth. So this is edifying. But yeah. So share, please hit the like button if you would. And it doesn't matter, if there's 440 or 400 people in the chat or watching, just hit the like. Okay, thank you.
But like, you have some dignity. They ain't nothing wrong with having dignity. You know what I mean? Like, and people respect you when you have dignity. Now, I'm gonna say this before I cut off. There's a woman that said that I was stalking her. We ain't gonna say no names, right?
Yes.
They can't hear you. What?
Yeah.
They can't hear you, I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you hear how her wife was like, yeah, guys, like treats her like a. Oh my gosh, I used to feel so sad for her, but now she's starting to act like him. So, now you noticed in this stream he's already talked about me, another woman. Her initials are AB. I'm not going to say her name on here because I really don't get along with her. But one thing she doesn't do is stalk me or sit on the internet and talk about me. She does talk about me off the internet, but that's perfectly fine. I'm going to repeat that. She can talk about me. She can hate me. She can talk about my grandma, my ancestors. If she minds her business, she can mind her business. So he talks about AB, a black woman that he calls the SLAM and then swine, but the word starts with P. Very disgusting. He calls her go to his channel. You will see that he has GHETTO. And then when you something makes you sick and I'm not going to say the word. I don't even like saying it, but he has her name in the title saying she is a what. So he's talked about her. Now he's about to talk about Adara, who he consistently calls names. If you watch his channel, I'm not lying. Consistently calls her the garden tool. Consistently calls her that. Says that she lies on her. Says that she has some ex-convict child, which he calls us all the time over at the HOK. He said that the woman had that type of man around her children. Just lies. And that was a woman that he also was interested in. Both of these women were. The one AB and then the sister Adara, they found out how he was and he's a creep and they just left him alone. With me, now those women, they actually were romantically involved with him. I never was. He's like, to me, honestly, I'm not kidding you. Like, I don't see any type of physical attraction or at all toward him. Like, he was like a brother to me or like a goofy cousin. But anyway, let me play the rest of this. But just notice he's always talking about some woman.
There's a woman that was saying I'm stalking her. Now,
A stalker?
come on.
Yeah, he is a stalker.
Kick it with this.
He is a stalker. Look how many videos he makes on me. Like, even though Sonetter, it was on my husband or my man, whatever you want to call me, him, because I'm saying him. He's scared. He's saying, oh, I don't have a problem with Sonetter. Sonetter's the one who wanted to do this stream. I was like, do you think we should do the stream, King? He's like, no, I'm doing this stream. He said, because I don't like how JJ talks about you. I don't know how they treat you. And this is before we actually sat down and interviewed with that woman. I'm so glad we did it because that needed to come out. I thought it was just a woman who broke up with JJ and that she was Caucasian and that was going to be the biggest part of the story. I didn't know that he did choke her like that. And that her child was involved and that he assaulted the child by grabbing the phone. I didn't know all those details. So what I'm saying is like this guy Judah, he says, oh, I'm gonna go after NAPAH because you're obsessed with women who curve you. That woman that I talked about, AB, he followed her he's still talking about her. It's been what, 5 years? She got his whole channel taken down back a while years ago because he was talking about her so badly, looking her family up, just trying to find her, talking about just crazy stuff. So he is a stalker.
Particular woman's husband who is of the white Caucasian.
Oh, see, he's talking about the AB lady now. Let me go back.
Come on. Would you kick it with this particular woman's husband who is of the white Caucasian persuasion?
Oh, no. The hairy.
Oh, so he's hairy.
So they usually are, aren't they?
Well, I mean, it was this way.
So now he has her talking about white people. He has this Japanese. I'm laughing, but it's sad. He has her over here talking about white people now. Like, bro, why don't you go learn Japanese, bro? You actually teach English. He teaches English in Japan. He's been living there for what? 11 years? I don't even remember. Yeah, because Pooh, who I know his daughter's name, because he says her name all the time. I'm not doing anything against his children. And she's a beautiful little girl. So she's 11. And remember, they were in Canada when she was just little. He's been living there that long teaching English to Japanese people, and he doesn't even know Japanese. Like, do something constructive with your wife. Teach her the scriptures. Learn the Torah in Japanese. I don't know. Like, sitting up here with this woman talking about people. Peace, Benita.
Is there a difference between Brad Pitt?
Benita, I think I sent you my number, didn't I?
And Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Would you, if you were to, do you find any white man attractive?
Not really.
All right.
But Brad Pitt is not it.
You don't think Brad?
Why is he making this woman lie? The next thing he'll be asking her is, do you find any Japanese men attractive? Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Why is he asking her to lie? So let me get this straight. She's Japanese. She likes non-Japanese men, clearly, because she's married to one who's not Japanese. But she doesn't like other non-Japanese men who actually look closer to her than the man she's with. Stop the cap, Stop the cap. Just stop the cap, please. So basically, you're not attracted to the Caucasian man, and you're Japanese, but you're attracted to the black man. I'm not buying it. Stop the cap.
He's a handsome guy.
Well, he's like.
Do you find any white man attractive?
Not really.
All right.
But Brad Pitt is not it.
You don't think Brad Pitt's?
No.
He's a handsome guy.
Well, he's like a homo looking.
When he grows his hair out, he does, but he's a handsome dude, right? Now look, there's a difference between Brad Pitt and Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah.
All right. If a so-called black woman deals with bad spit, is that a woman of dignity? Is that a high-class woman?
No.
We're gonna dog a brother out there.
How is he asking her about what woman deals with a certain man when he stood up on Sonnetter TV where tens of thousands of people watched that video and he stood up in his tidy whities? Like, come on, bro. Stop making yourself like you're so much better than everybody. Now you're better than Brad Pitt. Now you're better than Brad Pitt. Come on.
I want to ask my wife. Let me ask my wife. Am I high class? I don't know. If I'm not, you can say no. You're ghetto because I'm from the ghetto. So, am I high class or ghetto or like what?
You're not high class, but it's not ghetto.
Well, what is it?
And it's surprising because you are from
Exactly.
The
the
ghetto.
ghetto.
Okay.
But you don't act like it.
Okay.
What?
So I'm not high class.
Surprising because you are from
The ghetto.
The ghetto.
Okay.
Well, as for it, it's not ghetto.
Well, what is it?
And it's surprising because you are from
The ghetto.
the ghetto.
Okay.
The ghetto.
But you don't act like it.
Okay. So I'm not high class.
Facts.
Well, people think you might be. But because
I don't know what they do in Japan as far as high class, but there's nobody in the world besides, I guess, because I can't speak for there's no one who would call Judenas high class. Not even goat herders in Mumbai or Dubai, or not Dubai. Dubai doesn't have goat herders. In Mumbai or in like Calcutta. Nobody thinks you're, dude, the people who have flying toilets who go potty outside, outdoors, they don't think you're high class, bro. You act disgusting. Even if he was telling the truth about me, he's disgusting and gutter. He talks the worst about everyone. And he's supposed to be a Torah teacher. You got that right, Sam Possible. She has him gassed all the way up. But okay. It's almost done.
I know you.
Be honest, if I'm a ghetto, I mean, what?
Well, in some ways, you're not,
What? Like, how? Explain.
Like, you don't know anything about technology.
That's not high class, IQ, not technologically.
There's some things that you're just like, off.
Can I go? Are you afraid to go somewhere nice and afraid I'm going to act a fool?
No.
Do I dress for the occasion when we go out to nice places?
Yes.
Can I? Do we know high status people and I speak with them intelligently?
So this is what class is to him. Dressing nicely, knowing how to be a trained chimpanzee when you go somewhere, knowing how to behave, and being around people who are of upper echelons. No, that's not class. Class is having integrity, being decent with other people, being respectful to other people, being courteous, not crass, not speaking filthy and under people's clothes for no reason all the time. That's class. Should I keep going? Even if somebody isn't, even if you don't, this is what my grandmother and my mother and my father taught me and my grandparents. Even if you don't, this is class. Even if you don't like somebody, you don't talk about them. That's class. If you don't like me, you don't have to like me. Just don't sit on the internet all day talking about me. That shows that you're low class. Now, some people that are simple-minded would say, well, you're talking about it. No, you don't get it. This is edification. Okay? That's class. Not spreading rumors, whether they're true or not true. That's class. If you missed the live from last night, oh yeah, thank you, Tony. Yes, y'all, click that link. Click that link. Let's hear the rest of this. It's almost over, family. I want you to have a beautiful day. I want this to, I'm starting my day with this edification because you know why I did this, to tell you the truth? It bothers me that he sits in lives and there are people who are probably, they don't know which way to think, this way or that way. They're actually curious. Decent people or just people minding their business. They might listen. It bothers me that they might just even at one point not get the full story. So I want to give the full story and let those people decide. Peace, orgasm. On a debate. Yeah, that was thank you, orgasm. Yes, that's a terrible story. Please go check that story out. Go to House of Consciousness and beware of OJ 7000. I mean this.
Yeah, like the lawyer.
The lawyer. What kind of lawyer was this?
He was he's like 90, how old was he?
He was like 90, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like a secretary to a famous president.
Okay, famous president. And he's a
company.
He's a Japanese, he's a Japanese constitutional lawyer.
Yes, and he was a professor before he became a lawyer.
Okay, so he's high status in Japan.
Yes.
Was I talking with him?
Yes, and he was very happy that you knew about things that he was interested in.
All right, do you hear that? So
he was like very excited that you guys met there.
Okay, now I'm not patting myself on the back. It was a 90-year-old,
very famous person.
Very famous. This is like what, like a month ago? A month and a half?
Yeah, a month ago.
Yeah, like a month ago, right?
Yeah, I wonder if he would like to see him how he acts on the internet. I wonder if that same dignitary, that 90-year-old auspicious man, I'd like to know if he'd like to see how he acts on the internet, if he'd still want to stand and talk with him. You know what I'm saying, family? So just like OJ, I should say, this person has a double life. Now, a lot of us, you know, you don't have to do exactly what you do in your everyday life on the internet. It's a lot of times you're getting up there to performance to a certain extent, but you don't want to be behaving deplorably on one end and hiding the low base personality of who you are. You don't want to be hiding it on another end. You know, you want to let people want to know who they're dealing with. If you're standing in front of me and you're being so kind and courteous and you're so intelligent, but really you're a guy, when you go home at night, you get on the internet and start showing women's behinds and saying, look at this slam PIG, and oh, this is a pass around, then you're fake.
Now, class has nothing to do with finance, you know, or nothing like that. But like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it to say, I is not going to kick it with little Ray Ray. NAPAH's not going to kick it with little Ray Ray. Sister,
he doesn't need to speak for me as far as Lil Ray Ray goes. Okay. Lil Ray Ray, I don't know any Little Ray Rays to this day. I don't know anybody from the hood who has acted like he acts. In fact, I'm going to let you know, when I would be like say there'd be boys when I was in high school who were from like the rougher schools, and they'd be on the bus and certain girls want to beat me up, always the Little Ray Ray stood up and helped me and defended me and said, no, y'all aren't going to beat her up, because no woman could, the girls aren't going to be, you know, I didn't expect a sister to get beaten up for me. So that's why I said the young men, the young boys, the teenagers. There was always a Little Ray Ray on the bus. They would get on the bus right by the projects. I'll never forget one name. His name was David John. David John would help me. You know, like, get out of, stop trying to beat her up. Larry Tarkington, who got shot in the face, got killed. So don't talk about Little Ray Ray and me. You don't know anything about it.
Kinsey, Kiana, they're not kicking it with Little Ray Ray. And a few other sisters with dignity, they're not going to kick it with Little Ray Ray. But there are others out there that kick it with Joe Dirt and then like try to say that your Natzarah stalking and harassing. I'm just saying, like, you know, we got to like get our priorities together. I'm just saying.
Good morning.
Yes, Sister Max, she said honesty is important. I mean, you know, it is. Look at Z laughing. Z said, classy Gina rolling up a 3-piece. No, I dress for the occasion when it's time to get clean. I get clean. You know what I'm saying?
This is almost done in like 5 minutes.
Loves eat 'em.
Let me go.
Well, you know, there are women that do.
Sounds that like white people in Japan?
Yeah.
They're not ghetto Japanese women.
Wait, what?
No, they're not. They're classy Japanese women.
Right. They just don't.
Uh-oh.
You know? the ones that like white people in Japan, they're not ghetto Japanese women.
No, they're not. They're classy Japanese women.
Right. They just don't know that white people can be.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I saw something else, but there are white people here that are like straight, like billies, like hillbillies, and like they're Japanese women, like they don't know these are hillbillies, like, you know, they're like, oh, well, he's just like, they don't know, because what are you talking about when you're talking to them is the question. You know, I'm just old and still going to work every day. You know, I mean, yeah. Kara said, at Mac, Shalom, sister, I agree. Honesty is key along with communication. I mean, yeah.
Jude, but real talking, I'm going to tell you, remember I said I used to be friends with him. I would try to help him. He needs help. He really has mental problems. And you guys can see it anyway. It's like he keeps on talking about his wife's a therapist. No, she's not. You saw from the news clip, she couldn't even find a job in Canada. You think they're going to be it's top priority with immigrants when you have jobs like psychotherapist, psychologist, doctor, scientist. And I'm not knocking her, but she tried. This is from talking to them. She did a lot of self-help studying because she wants to help her husband. She loves him. He needs to go he has a I know he has he has a psychiatrist. I'm pretty sure. He told me that. But he needs to go back, or I don't know what he's doing. He needs help. He needs to I don't know if he stopped going. He needs to get help. Let me go for it.
Sounds like colorism. I mean, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. Dignity, style. You know, man, get this gangbanger out of my house. This drive-by shooter. You don't want to bring a drive-by shooter to your mama and your daddy. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
So rich people with
he's annoying.
Plastic can be possible. They're the rich people that
close that door.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are rich people that are like druggies. Yeah. We have a president. You see the president's son? He's smoking crack. Okay, we have a president who's. I mean, you can be rich and offer y'all lawyer, right? I do. That girl, what was her name? I forgot her name.
Okay, that's it. Let me just get to the end.
This is what it is.
Homosexual. That's a prison.
I'm like, yeah, I put so much work into it, teaching, and it's like the reward is not paying off. You know what I'm saying? Like him said, he believes that once he did it, he became one of them boys. He can never know. But hopefully you repented, brother. And like over here, we Israelites, if you repented, brother, excuse me, even though you're talking crazy about my family, my wife, and my children, I'm not a hateful man. Hopefully you repented of of your lifestyle, and you know what I'm saying, and like and you're not gonna get bashed. You can come over here anytime you want, brother, and you can be as goofy and silly and eccentric as you want to be. Just don't be talking about that kind of stuff over here because we don't agree with it, and it's just it's just what it is. But brother, don't think that we hate you or you need to go into hiding and all that. It's like that's what Jay said. We was gonna do a live over y'all's judgment is fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is, but I always watch your teaching videos, brother, but you already know that. I mean, yeah, Sister Kara, you are there. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
Scriptures, bro, you can call her whatever you want, but don't lie on her. She's not.
Oh, here we go. I'm ending it.
Right? So it's, yeah, we still teach the Scriptures, but we already know. But to keep the spirit of positivity going, we go into it. So this is what it is. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I just want to bear witness that NAPAH SHADAH is not a pastor rod. You can call her whatever you want, but don't lie on her. She ain't gonna give anybody just that power over her like that. She's not like that. And there are many other women that are like that as well. That are like, they're not gonna give up the goods so easy. Especially if you're just, what I'm saying? Like, she's not. Stop. We gotta stop that. But I'll praise you how you guys have a blessed be going. We go into it. So this is what it is. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I just want to bear witness that NAPAH SHADAH is not a pastor around. You can call her whatever you want. Don't lie on her. She's not. She ain't gonna give no dude, give anybody just that power over her like that. She's not like that. And there are many other women that are like that as well. That are like, they're not gonna give up the goods so easy. Especially if you're just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not. Stop. We gotta stop that. But my praise to you, how you guys have a blessed and peaceful Shabbat. Get some rest, study Torah, spend time with your family. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll cut. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Shalom.
Yeah, right. Shalom. Okay, so, all right, family. Thank you for staying here, letting me interject and stop and start the audio. Now I'm gonna grab I'm just gonna look at the chat. Yeah, thank you, sis. Thank you for being here, so impossible. Let me go back and just greet everybody that I see, whoever I see in here. I'm looking at it from StreamYard. Peace Orgasm, Tony Chiba, Sound Possible. Let me go on YouTube. Where is it? I think this is it. No. No. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so Peace No Saint. Sound Possible. Tony, I said that. What does it say? Oh my God. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, Benita, of course I see you. Dewana. Who else was in here? Radio. Jay Savage. Losnav. Brotham. Kadash. Oh, I love you guys. Some people y'all are funny. Africa Black Chaos Peace. Sorry if I miss you. Oh, Mr. X, get your hand out of my pocket, peace. Hungry Bunny, peace. Yes, Tony. Sound Possible, Taitu, Professor X, Sheem Universal Shabazz Allah. Yes, he is. Let me put that on the summer jam. Child of Light, Darkest Mind of the Light. I love you too. All right, family, listen. I want you to have a great day, Weezane. I want you to have an awesome day. Thank you for being here. I don't even care if it was 3 of you in here. I appreciate every one of you. So, do I want more people in my chat? Heck yeah, I want to reach as many people as I can. But the 33 is a very, very spiritual, awesome number. And I'm going to leave it at that. I want to see, what is it like? Let me see. Professor X. Let me see. Anything anybody want to ask me? I mean, I was going to drop the link, but I have something to actually do. So it's getting a little bit closer to my get ready time. Oh, thank you. No Saint. Okay. Oh, go and look at that video. I know what I want to do. Oops. I know what I want to do. I almost forgot. Let me go get this. I got to get something. Hold on. My nose is stuffy. Okay. Let's see. House of Consciousness. And I want to get this video here. JJ. The Drunken Hebrew. Okay, here it is. Let's get it. I'm going to drop this link for everybody. I took my time. Now here, this one right here, though, I'm getting a little bit, I get a little bit, how do I say, colorful with my language. Because I was just angry, like fed up. You know how I get, family. But this was last year. because he kept lying. He keeps on telling this story about she called me at 2 a.m. We were obviously we were all up. We're up all hours of the night, and I wanted him to hit the link. It's all in the video. I wanted him to hit the link. He was up at that time too. JJ, everybody was up. You see how we do these streams, family? And then when he said I called him, it's all in this stream. I'm gonna drop the link, okay? He's like, you kept saying you want to be Lady Judah 3000. I was when I came into the league, into the Lion's Den, I mean, not SVDL where you saw me debating Sam Possible, where you saw me debating Yakim, not SVDL. After I left SVDL, I was going into the Lion's Den. Carla was so jealous of not of me as like kissy woo woo, of me just like she doesn't want anybody else to be debating and be on the level of a debater like her. Well, obviously she's not on my level, I found out. But back then I thought she was halfway decent. And she didn't like it. She was upset, right? And even you'll see it on the stream. He says, Carla's intimidated by you. He says it on the text message. But I was coming in with love for her. I was like, sis, let's be cool. And she was like really evil and rude. Crazy part is I even have a text message from Karima Powell, who's slandering me now. She was saying, I believe you. Carla causes problems. You don't know she's been causing problems before you got here. So I got into Lion's Den, and I was telling her, I'm going to be the next Lady Judah 3000. I thought that was the title of the Lion's Den. Like, Lady Judah 3000 isn't Lady Judah 7000. I thought it was like the Lion's Den champion because he was telling me that she was the champion. He says she's Lady Judah 3000. She's the Lion's Den champion. So he always tries to say, you could see her saying she wanted to be Lady Judah 3000. Yeah, the Lion's Den champion. But anyway, please look at this video. Don't take my word for it only. Go look at the screenshots. Oh, yeah. Wow. You know a lot of these people, Sam Possible. I never saw you before, so I guess it's good that you've been around and you've seen all of it. So, oh, thank you, Eargasm. You did? Let me see so I can give Send a heart back. But, yeah. Oh, wow. I was looking at another text. Thank you. Thank you very much, Eargasm. So go look at that and then go on that same channel and check out the latest stream we did. And not just that, I want you to also check out my video that I did about breaking the Bible codes. I'm going to drop that link too. I know my mods are awesome. I have the best mods in the world because they love me. I want to send, I'm going to drop this though. I'm going to do it myself. This particular video right here. Check it out. Tell me what you think. NAPAH SHADAH, cracking Bible codes. And yeah, see what you guys think about this. I know some of you already saw this stream, but I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. Don't forget to like the video before you leave, please. Thank you so much, family. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so there you have it. From the horse's mouth, from the weasel's mouth. All right, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I want you to do the same. And peace to you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Hotep. Namaste. Jumbo. Ashe. All the greetings of love and light to all of you, the darkest minds of the light. All right. Much love and peace. And I hate to go, but I have to leave. All right, family. One more of these. Let me see what this sister said. She acts like she can't read too, but it just hurts and hateful. It's just hurt and hateful. That's why she pronounces your name. Oh yeah. You know what? You reminded me. I was gonna be petty and start calling her Carlos. But I can't even remember to be petty like that. Like, yeah, like, because you know why though, it's impossible? Let me tell you why, sis. Another self-hater. She thinks nappy is something that hurts me. She doesn't know that nappy is like powerful, like your hair is like an antenna, or you're like it's an antennae, it's a conductor of all spiritual energy. Now, all hair is, but I'm saying, especially like if it's raised up like a crown. So she's really a self-hater. That's why she calls me Nappy or Napa. She knows how to say Napah. She never read my name when she first met me. She heard my name. So it just makes her look like, okay, you heard someone say Napah, but you can't say Napah? One time she did say it correctly, though. Anyway, I know. I was good. I forgot to do it next time. Yeah, so peace to you, sis. Have a great day. Peace to all of you. And yes, don't let these people lie. Don't let these people lie on this. Yes, Carlos Way. Exactly. Carlitos. I'm going to start saying Carlitos because that's where she got it from. Don't let these people lie on this woman. That man tried to kill her. Okay? It doesn't, see, they underestimate us sisters. They think because what? Because she's not a so-called Israelite, because she's not a black woman, that it's okay for him to almost kill her in front of her child, her children. No. I can't believe that Judah actually is defending. Well, yes, I can. Stop, Napah. You know you can believe that. Yes, see? We're not going to just, no. This man, this woman came with full proof. She didn't just show her bruises. She showed paperwork. Go watch the video. Anyway, family, peace. Peace, Tony. Peace to everybody. Okay, enjoy your day. Much love to you.